Hello and welcome back to the Cataclysm. My name's Rucksacks and this is episode 73 of our Let's Play for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. This is our learning tutorial series. It's running pretty long, but we're still alive so we can still learn some things. So, at the end of last episode, we were about to soup up the armored car that we've got. So I did spend a number of in-game days doing that. I think maybe a week has gone by in-game actually, because I had to install a bunch of stuff, rest a bunch, haul things around, break things apart. It took a little longer than I thought it was going to take, but I didn't go anywhere else from the base here. Just did a bunch of that. I'll show you the fruits of our labors here in just a second. So base status is pretty straightforward. I pulled a few pieces off of our assembly rig here, and I also outfitted the car with the items that I think we're going to need for the upcoming trip. Our personal status is fine. I've also tried to time things. It's 4:30 in the morning, so it's still a little bit dark, but we're going to hop in the vehicle shortly and then drive up to that gas station that I'd mentioned earlier, and we're going to siphon all the gas out of that, and then we're going to hit the road on a long road trip to the southeast. I think it's going to be very fun and valuable information that we're going to take here. So I've also pulled a few more things off the RV. And I'll show you that in a sec. But first, let's chat with our NPC, see if he'll train us. We got another chance. Alright, he will. So we're going to go from Rifle 6 to Rifle 7. Sounds good. Alright, that burned off a little more time, but our rifles are getting up there. He can train us one more level, and then we're going to switch to marksmanship for a couple of levels. I think he's got at least one more level of marksmanship that he can train us in. Those are going to help us tremendously for the accuracy and damage level of the rifles. Alright, personal inventory wise, we're back to our basics. Got the steel spear and the throwing sticks. I UPSified the heavy duty flashlight. And we've got the other standards, lighter. I don't really need the matchbook, but it doesn't weigh much. Keeping the steak knife on me for the enhanced butchering capability. Earplugs, which I always forget to use for when we're using our rifle. Chewing gum for happiness. Then our basic repair stuff. Some aspirin, bandages, first aid kits, and disinfectant. Those are our emergency supplies. And I've got more in the car I'll show you here in a second. So, pretty much standard. I didn't change anything in regards to our clothing and armor. We're going to sort that out in the future. I did fill in some dead time with reading a couple of levels worth of that survival book and trying to get the time frames to match up. And when I had some time, I was trying to let some things recharge. So I read a couple of levels of the survival book. So we are up to survival 6 now. 0% level 6. So that's good. That'll help out. And what else? Nothing much to report on the vehicles. I did pull a couple of the spikes off of this because we had damaged and destroyed some of the front end spiked armor on the front of our armored car. So we'll have to be careful of that. We'll want to make sure we don't hit so many things that it rips those off completely. It's better just to let them get damaged and then weld them back to full repair before they get destroyed, because it's going to be hard to come by those things. So that's it for there. So let's go take a look at our fancy car. Alright, there it is from the outside, and you can see the main thing I've done. These are solar panels. So I installed 9 solar panels. I took a look at the design and decided 9 was probably a decent number, and it's all interior of the vehicle, meaning it's not on the outside edges where it might have damage inflicted on its standard by us backing into things or smashing through things and so on. So I wanted to keep it centralized inside the body of the vehicle, not on the outer edges. I felt that'd be a nice configuration. So we got 9 solar panels, all perfect condition. I fully repaired the front of the vehicle, so it's all fully repaired in green spiked plating and heavy armor. I swapped out one of the headlights, repaired it, so it's both reinforced headlights on each side. Other than that, nothing changed there. So all the rest of the differences are internal. And I'll step into the vehicle. So here's what it's going to look like standard. So we got our doors. I pulled off the mounted machine gun that was, I think, here, so that I could put the solar panel on. It still does have a mounted machine gun over the back hatch, but there's no ammo for it. I just don't have enough to fill that thing with ammo. So we don't have the functionality of the turrets unless we find a lot of 308 ammo that I can put in there. I did rip out the seats, like I said, so we've got 5 cargo carriers, so 250 capacity each. I did install the kitchen unit, so that's sitting right there. A couple nice things about the kitchen unit is I can cook food from right anywhere in the vehicle because I'm in range of that, so it counts as a hot plate that we can use, and it'll just use charges from the electrical system. I can also step up to it and I can just have a drink. I can fill containers with water, so on. And then looking at the specific details, oh, and this is our charging, UPS charging station. So here's the specifics. So like I said, nothing changed up front. These first 2 rows are identical except for I repaired and replaced a reinforced headlight. Coming into this level though, I did install a swappable storage battery and case right here and right here. So we've got 2 batteries installed that are going to absorb the solar panel charges. And they'll also recharge when we're running the engine on gas. The alternator will convert the motor force of the engine to electrical, and that will charge up the batteries as well. So while we're driving around using the gas, we're going to get some charge as well as the solar panels during the daytime. So I think 2 batteries will be enough. If we get to 100% charge on those and the car battery, which is kind of superfluous at this point, but if all of those hit 100%, then I'll consider swapping in or adding in another battery in the future. But I think this will do for now. Alright, moving down another row, I added, see, the vehicle tank here is the same, but if you look here, there are now 4 tanks. I added 2 additional tanks. So 2 of them are full of gas, those are the original ones. Then I added another tank, and I filled it up with clean water. So we had 60 liters of clean water, and that's what we can draw from the kitchen unit to either drink directly from the tap, or we can use it for cooking. And then I've left a 4th tank empty, and that's just in case we find something I really want to carry around with us, or dirty water that I can convert to the clean water tank, and so on. It just gives us some options. So I like to have 1 empty tank available so that we've got some flexibility in how we handle the various liquids we encounter or need. You can see here the storage batteries and the car battery, and the turret that has no ammo, and then there's 2 seats, and the engine's running on gas and is in good condition. So you can see our main statuses here, 99% gas, 47% battery, and that's 47% of our total capacity. So while it seems low, that's actually a lot of electrical energy. So that's fine. And then rolling down here, what else did I add? I put the clock in. The next space over, solar panel, I added a stereo system so we can jam to some tunes while we're driving around. There's another clock, so apparently we have 2 clocks. I didn't realize there was one already in the vehicle. Our UPS recharging station as normal. Move over. I think that's the other gas tank that was in there by default. Alright, there's our kitchen unit, and you'll notice there's solar panels in all the interior spaces, so nothing changed there. Cargo units and solar panels. And this is where I added the tanks. They're kind of exterior to the vehicle. I can't put them where cargo spaces are, so I figured this was fairly safe. It's just water, so if it gets punctured and takes damage, oh well. It's not super critical. And I don't anticipate getting hit on the back side of the vehicle all that often. Usually the damage is going to be on the front side as I'm plowing through things. So I thought this was safe. Then there's an identical tank on this side. So this one's got the clean water, this one's empty. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else really changed on the rest of the vehicle. So, I think it's awesome. This is going to be a really cool vehicle to take a road trip in. Now, you'll see the green pluses on the screen. This is the loadout for what's in the vehicle. In this space, we have got the steel drum, currently empty. I anticipate filling that up with gasoline. First at that gas station we're going to stop at. That'll get it about 3/4 full. Then if we find any vehicles as we drive or another gas station, I'll top it off. So we'll have 2 full gas tanks in the car, and we're going to have a 200-liter steel drum full of gas that we're going to travel around with as well. And I think we'll get some pretty good range for traveling and scouting with that much gas, and we'll always have availability to stop and get more as we travel. Alright, the next one over, this space is most of these standard items I've been rolling around with, so duffel bag, gas mask, radiation badge, and so on, basic tools, some ammo reloads for our guns, the jerry can, there's Cartsy. I did throw in the EMP grenades in case we need to get froggy with some turrets or any kind of a robotic type thing. I brought the shotgun along just in case as well. I wanted an extra punch, so I brought the modded shotgun with some ammo. And I brought a tailor's kit and some thread, so in case we need to do some repairs to our basic clothing. We can't repair the firefighter gear. That takes Nomex patches, which I haven't accumulated much of yet. Alright, then the space directly above me now is where I'm keeping all the tools that are electrical in nature and that can be thrown into the UPS recharging station. So we got the UPS backpack, the welder, I converted the food dehydrator and the vacuum sealer, so if we need to go hunting food while we're out and about, these can now recharge off the electrical system, and we can use those to preserve the meat that we find and get it cooked. Threw some batteries in, there's the soldering iron, forge, drill, and I brought along the atomic nightlight. Don't really need it for the inside the vehicle because we can turn on the dome lights and the headlights. But if we have to camp out at night in a building somewhere for some reason, then I've got the nightlight just in case. And then the welding goggles for when we're using these. And then this space here, I've thrown in the food and medicines. So it's just some cooked food, and then all the medical items, a jug of water, and cooked meat, dehydrated meat, and some MREs. So I think that's good to go. That's all I can think to do with the vehicle at the moment. I think that makes for an excellent traveling around vehicle. So we can repair fully everything that's in the vehicle with the tools and the materials that we've got. And anything we're short of, we can probably scrounge up while we travel. So I looked through the various piles. I couldn't think of anything else that would be super critical to take with us. So I think with that, we're just going to hop in the vehicle and take off, see if we can get some traveling done this episode. So let's do it. Everything's off and disabled here in the workshop, so none of these are on currently. And I'm not going to take any spare batteries or anything like that. Don't need any of that. Actually, one thing I want to look at, these military rucksacks, they're 20 for 20. 20 encumbrance, 20 storage. That's 1 to 1. That's the same ratio that you get out of the duffel bag. And it's also strapped to your torso. So, I would just stick with the duffel bag. But I've got a backpack on currently. I think I've got enough space. Yeah, I've got my volume down to 2.8. So I could take the backpack off. Which I'm going to do. I'm going to take the backpack off, throw it in the back here. Alright, there. So, now we've got 2.8 out of not quite 5, so we've got 2 liters of volume just to monkey with until we throw that backpack on again. But that gets our encumbrance down to 22 plus 4 on our torso. So we're doing pretty good. We got a little bit more on our leg and feet than I would like, but that's because of the boots that we're wearing and the turnout gear. So that's right there. The turnout trousers are mostly causing that, with a little extra from the holsters and ammo pouches, but I'm going to live with it. So I think we're all set. Let's go ahead and hop in the vehicle, wait for our buddy, and let's get moving. It is now 5:23, so this should time pretty well. By the time we get to the gas station, the sun will be about to come up, or be up, and then we'll get driving. Alright, armored car starts up. Let's zoom out. And zoom out right there. Alright, we'll turn on the headlights. Let's turn on the stereo too. We'll jam to some tunes while we're traveling around in these safe areas. Turn on headlights, kick up the gas, and get moving. Flip a UE here, and off we go. And you'll probably still see me avoiding bushes by habit, and I don't want to just nickel and dime our front plating to death. So if I can see an opening or avoid some bushes, I'm still going to try to. Let's kick the speed up now. Alright, how we doing map-wise? So, oops, I'm too far north already. I just wanted to go to that gas station right there in Maynard, so we need to head down that way. What do we got? A fat zombie fighting a moose? Well, they can have fun with each other. How are we doing on the map? We're just about the right direction here. Alright. That's the gas station, so let's slow it down a bit. Might be up there's some shadow zombies out and about. Might want to hop out and take care of those before they start tearing into the vehicle. Let's run them over. Ooh. What the heck? How did I hit that thing? Alright, that's annoying. It says that I hit that vehicle, but I sure didn't seem to be anywhere near it, so I'm not sure what's going on there or how much damage we just did to our vehicle. I think my driving skill caused me to lose control and it veered off in a direction I wasn't expecting, so that's what I think happened. Look at all these things coming. Alright, let's even this thing out, back up. Just enough. That should be enough. Come to a stop. Let's turn off the stereo, turn off the headlights. How come I can still see so much? And they're off. Stop driving. Why is there so much light? Oh, it's dawn coming. Okay. At least I assume that's what's causing it. Alright, I want to get out and kill these things before they start pounding on my vehicle. Come get some. Me and Hank will take care of you. Alright. Oh man, I can already see a damaged solar panel. A broken solar panel. What the hell? Now I'm annoyed. All the work I did to get all that thing nice and pristine. Look at that, no damage at all to the front end. So what the heck happened that blew our solar panel? That's the only thing that's taken even a single point of damage. So I got a message about we collided with something, but alright, I'm pretty annoyed that one solar panel is totally blown for no apparent reason, but oh well, we'll live with it. Alright, not likely to be anything useful over there. Alright, anything else coming? A few more? Back up to be next to our buddy here. Grab the cash card. Alright. Oops, let's hop back in. Man, I'm annoyed. Like something's been beaten up on the gas pumps too. That's not cool either. Alright, I'm going to... Eesh, gotta be careful with this thing. Alright, vehicles to a stop. I'm just going to haul the steel drum out of here. Or out of here. Where is it? Advanced inventory, there we go. Steel drum, that direction. Alright, let's buy gas, gas card, 140. Interact. Yes. Out of order. Interact. Yes. Alright, that's the one I want. So, move you up here. And right here we should be able to do it. Yes. Pour into container. Steel drum. 140. Alright. And from there to there. Alright, so we've got a steel drum with 200 liters, a 200 liter capacity steel drum. 140 of it is now full of gasoline, so we can put 60 more units in there. That's about one steel jerry can worth, I believe. Anything up here? No. No, not worth anything. Alright, well I think we are good. I don't believe it makes a difference. I think they're all out of fuel, yep. And we'll take care of this dog. Why? Oh, he wants to go. He really wants to go smash that thing. It's kind of funny. Alright, tank with gasoline. The tank with gasoline is firmly sealed. Can you unload from it? Apparently not. I'm not sure if you can interact with that. I don't think I've ever managed it or... Yeah, I'm not sure how to deal with that. Not going to worry about it for now. Alright. Bunch of candies. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Hello, military vehicle. Grenade launcher. Ooh. Ooh. Really? And it's got 25 40mm concussive grenades. Oh yeah, daddy like. I didn't realize this thing was here. An armored personnel carrier. Alright, starting from the top. Frames and armored plating. No big surprise there. Truck horn. Reinforced headlights. Security cameras. Control systems. This thing's drivable. Where's the engine on this thing? Yeah, this thing's in almost perfect condition. It's got a yellow condition alternator, but it's got a perfect condition diesel engine, good battery, lightly damaged alternator, good seat, good controls. It's got wheels, it's got diesel, it's got gas. Holy mackerel. Alright, this, plus it's got 200 liter external diesel gas tanks. Ugh. Now I'm undecided. Wow, wonder if I could mount those external tanks on my vehicle. Huh. A lot of possibilities with this, but we're not going to deal with it right now. What we are going to grab is that grenade launcher. I want that grenade launcher on our vehicle right damn now. Let's see if I've got the tools with me. I need the toolbox in order to do this. That's worth taking the time for, so slight detour. We may not get on our road trip this episode, but I would love to put a... can I put a grenade launcher? Yeah, I should be able to put one somewhere on here that's not where the solar panels are. Or I'll rip out that damaged solar panel and put it in that position if I have to. Alright, so hop in here, get items, toolbox. Keep forgetting I'm so low. Get items, leather backpack, wear. Now get the toolbox. Alright. Okay, I want you right here. Mounted Mark 19 grenade launcher. Yes, please. Did I get it successfully? I did. A Mark 19 grenade launcher. Let's look at this thing. Alright. It counts as a category gun, skill used launchers, type 40mm grenade. Got a grenade belt magazine, fires 40mm concussives. Max range 60. That seems a little better than my throwing sticks can go. I've never actually used one of these before. It has auto fire for grenades. We're gonna have some fun with this thing. It'll be only fun once because we're gonna run out of ammo so fast and we'll never find any more. A heavy tripod-mounted, belt-fed grenade launcher used by the U.S. military since the start of the Cold War all the way to the Cataclysm. And if you can find some 40mm grenades, maybe even beyond. Well, we got a small amount with it. So we got 25 grenades in this thing. That'll be entertaining. I can't wait to see what kind of mischief we can get into with that. Alright, so in this position I've got a completely damaged solar panel. I don't want to return to base. I'm going to remove the solar panel. And then we're going to install... Uh-oh, I bet you I can't install this thing. First, let's step closer to the middle of the car where I've got all my welding tools. It should count as them being available here. Install, there we go, mounted. Skills required, launchers 1. Oh! So close! Ah! Did I have a book back at base that gave launcher skill? That's going to be a hard skill to level. Oh, man. Launchers 1 necessary. Alright, we can't install it. No matter how happy it would make me. So we'll just throw it in the back. Alright, just to double check. Oh, that's from... Throw that in a random pile of goods there in the corner. Alright. I'm debating trying to pull off one of these external tanks. So... yeah, I'm debating trying to pull off one of these external tanks and attaching it to our vehicle. I don't know how much of an effect vehicle weight and so on would have for this kind of thing, but let's try to pull it off. If I say remove, it's going to take 20 minutes, no problem. I'd like to try it. And so it's just a steel drum of diesel. Alright. That's not much diesel, so I'm just going to empty that out. So we're going to unload steel drum of diesel, pour on the ground right there. And yeah, that's fine. Alright, we'll waddle our way back up here. And will it let me attach on the back end? Yeah. I wasn't sure how this would work. If it would work. I've no idea what triggers it to be valid for that kind of container. Oh, external tank right there. Oh, I just need my... I'm not near my welding tools again. Maybe we can do this. Examine. Hang it right off the back here. Install. Yep, external tank. So what's that going to look like? How much of an issue am I going to have with that? Just going to take up that one space. Do I want to put it like here or hang it right off the end? I think I'm going to put it in one. I'll put it right in this position and this position. So let's do this again. So examine. I'm going to put it right here instead of on the outer edge. So install external tank. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah. 200-liter external tank. So it's connected into the fuel line or whatever we put into that. So I mean, I could fill it with water, I could fill it with gas, diesel, whatever. Huh. Well, let's finish it up. Let's grab the other one.
If I'm going to have a bad idea, I'm going to go all the way with my bad idea. This is going to be a crazy armored car by the time we're done. I have no idea what this is going to do to weight, fuel efficiency, whatever. Uh-oh, now I'm not getting the option again. Am I out of charges? Am I tools? Is that what's causing it? I'm carrying a steel drum 200 liter. Oh, it's got diesel in it probably. Inventory. So, unload, diesel, pour on the ground right there. Alright, now I should be able to get out of my seat. Alright, examine vehicle again. Go back to that spot. Install. There we go. Okay. Well, we got crazy amount of tankage on this vehicle now. Looks like rocket engines back there. Huh. Alright. I no longer have fluid storage issues, assuming this is not going to just totally... I have no idea what effects this is going to have on the vehicle. Weight, movement, or any of that stuff. So we'll just kind of deal with it. I think I am going to want to try to check out books for raising my driving skill, because having this thing veer any direction when I really don't want it to could be catastrophic. And our driving skill is, well, actually we're driving 6, so that's pretty good. And it'll keep going up as we keep moving around. Alright, so, where were we? Look at the vehicle again. So, notice the car battery's at 100, swappable 72 and 29, so we're at 52% battery, 98% gas. So is it not counting the external tanks? I wonder if I put gas in there, if all of a sudden this would drop, because our capacity would increase. Possibly, but because they're completely empty, I don't think it's counting them. But we'll figure that out at another time. So I wanted to look at the battery info. Oops. The 52%, because I need to double check my UPS is fine, the welder's fine. Everything's pretty good, actually. It didn't take much to put that stuff together, so I think we're okay. I'm not going to throw anything onto the charging station right now. And I think we are good. So, looking at the map, we're going to plot out a course, but we're not actually going to travel this episode. We're running a little longer than I wanted with that diversion between the zombie damage and getting the gas and re-outfitting the external tanks, which I think is a great addition if it doesn't have other negative effects that I'm not going to worry about for the moment. But the plan is we're going to head probably around through this direction, around Braintree. We're going to bypass the military base still. I just don't have enough military ID cards to make it worth going in there. I think we will come down to Chelmsford area, and we'll see when we get down around here how open the area is. All I want to do is I got to avoid forest. There's no way we're taking this kind of vehicle through a forest, so we are stuck to lanes and the road network. So I'd rather stay off the roads just because that's where the turrets and roadblocks and minefields and stuff tend to be. But we'll see. So that's the plan. Man, I like this vehicle. I'm really mad about that solar panel getting destroyed. I probably should have brought a couple of spare solar panels and thrown them in one of these cargo carrying spots just to replace any that got damaged while we traveled. But I'm going to hope we find some valid ones as we move around. I'll just rip some off of vehicles and throw them on. So that's it for this episode. As always, I hope you're enjoying them, and please do make sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe options. It's the only way I can know to get feedback, unless you hit me up in my Discord channel that's also linked in the description, and we can chat about the game or anything else, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good apocalypse. Bye-bye.